Hey, hello friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another live session of our channel where we connect together to listen to your queries and assist you with the best possible responses to that. And we are back again on this Saturday, as usual. Every Saturday we connect together to look forward to listen to your queries and concerns and doubts and clarification regarding ISTQB certifications, or it could be about even testing related concepts. And we are back again yet, and this is another live session of our channel. And welcome aboard, team. And we should look forward to assist you with your queries today as well as usual. And we'll be getting started with our day very shortly with few updates getting started right from here. The very first update, what we have for you is the AI tester is ongoing, and we have completed two chapters, and we'll look forward to complete the remaining chapters in the coming days for sure. And we'll try to maintain the schedule and pace so that you have at least one tutorial every single day. And targeting, because it has a lot of chapters also, the syllabus is pretty long. You have around 11 chapters to be covered in this particular syllabus, and we pretty much have a lot of things for you. So give us some time, because 11 chapters just can't be completed kind of in a day. So side by side, we'll also be looking forward to continue with our technical talks. It's just that my days are very occupied. In fact, not just the days, the nights are also occupied, and thus I'm not having enough time to bring up some good technical talks on the testing. And as people appreciated it a lot, we want to continue back. But yeah, let's see how far my schedule gets available, and I would look forward to certainly get back to you with those. And yeah, we will be also looking forward to do more testing related sessions in our session too, which would help you to add more value, not just the certification, because that would help people to learn more from me, and would be really happy to do that. And right here, the very first message coming in from Nayab. Nayab saying, "Dear sir, I'm really thankful to you that I have passed CTFL recently with your remarkable lectures, and especially the tips of chapter 4. Thank you so much, Nayab. And first of all, taking a moment out to join this live session and letting us know about your result. I'm really happy and proud of you, and would like to congratulate on your success. And thank you so much for your valuable feedback. And all I can admire here is that nothing is possible without your efforts too. So I appreciate your effort there in order to succeed in the examination, because what I consider is my tutorials alone cannot make you successful. You do put your effort in order to grasp the knowledge, apply them back during the examination, so the equal credit goes back to you in your success for sure. So all the very best in future endeavors. Do let me know if there's anything I can do uh, in terms of supporting you in future examinations or future context of testing. I would be more than happy to assist. Right. So all the very best, and do let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. We do have Prince Anthony. He says your videos are very helpful to pass my certification. Thank you very much, sir. Uh, yes, Prince, and thank you so much again. That's another one coming in. So congratulations on the success, Prince. And I think I remember responding to any of your comment back there, and uh, if you sometime I remember some names, and I did remember you had some queries, and I responded back to you. So thank you so much for it, and I really appreciate your efforts too. And congratulations on your success. All the very best for your future endeavors. We look forward to assist you in future as well. So feel free and let me know if you got anything else down the line. I would be more than happy to, look forward to gather you more with our tutorials and support. So thank you so much for your feedback and valuable compliments. Okay, so yeah, we are looking forward to more and more questions coming up today as well. I think the last week we skipped it because I was not keeping well, and I'm good to see that I'm good, so that I can be back with you, and we'll be kind of like looking forward to assist people. And I'm not sure how many of you really have heard of my other channel, Testing in Nutshell. We keep creating a lot of tool-based tutorials there. So, anyways, just for your quick reference, the channel name is Testing in Nutshell, And I keep doing a lot of other technical tutorials other than certification on this channel. So should you need to learn anything about the tools, feel free to watch some tutorials there too, right? And we have Tahir coming in here after a long time. Hi, Tahir. I hope you are doing good. I wanted to ask for some tips regarding passing ISTQB test analyst exam. Already gone through your Bell playlist. Okay, Tahir, I understand you have been through the tutorials, but of course, regarding the tips, I would suggest here it is not more of concept basis, it is more of a role basis. So the better you understand about your role and contribution to the process as a test analyst, it will be helpful. So do not take any topic as an individual concept. Rather take it at a level like if you are a test analyst for that organization, how would you take these responsibilities and what would you do in that situation? For example, if you see the very first chapter is talking about some of the fundamental concepts on the test process, then you have risk based testing, then you have techniques. Techniques, of course, you don't need me, of course, to tell you that the techniques are going to be a little tricky and they are at the advanced level. So you must have a very, very, very good clarity on the different techniques for sure. Because if you have a good grip on the techniques, they have a very major contribution in your certification. And after that, I think rest all is very, very easy and fundamental as you talk about the quality characteristics, reviews, and all that. They are very, very straightforward and to the point, so that does not complicate things at all. But the chapter one and chapter three will be something what you really need to have patience about, and beyond that, it would certainly take you for success. I'm damn sure about that. So tips, I particularly don't have anything specific to say because we are the people who recommend people to believe in themselves, right? You have done it pretty well in your past, and I'm sure the time you have consumed to learn about these concepts are more than enough. So you don't really need anything else. Just have that belief and confidence that you can do it, and I'm sure that you can do it, right? So all the very best, Tahir. If there's anything else, just let me know. I'm here to assist you better. So chapter three is a little tricky in test analyst team. So when it comes to the chapter techniques chapter in the test analyst, they go with a different extent and very advanced level. So a lot of people get tricked around in such questions. So you must follow the approach written there. In fact, I'm looking forward to revise those playlists because I have more content to be shared with people about that. So let us look forward to give you more better contents every then and quite often. Okay, so yeah, I think we are looking forward to have more people coming up next with their questions, and we'll look forward to answer them. Tai says you're not looking well. It's not that way. It's not looking well. It's more of like I've been in the session since morning around 8 o'clock. So maybe might be looking a little tired, but I'm not because I've been doing session doing since morning at 8 o'clock. So back to back. So I just finished the session around 6:30, and I'm starting a live session right now. But commitments are more important, Tahir. And thank you so much that you could figure out few things. I'm happy to hear that people are slightly worried about me as well. Thank you so much, Tahir, and really happy to hear that. But yes, yes, I'll keep up my schedules for sure. Okay, Rahul says for him also it's looking the same. Yeah, slightly. Yeah, just it's just that like tiring day when you start and work more than kind of like 12 hours a day, right? So you do have a human body itself, right? You're not a robotic person, and back to back from a weekday like 5 days, and then you continue with a weekend. You certainly become more hectic day by day. Anyways, let me pick up the question from Rahul. Rahul says, "What is the difference between perspective-based and role-based technique from foundation level?" A very good question because quite often people do ask me this question as there hardly seems to be any difference. And let me tell you that on a personal note, there is no difference between these two. So what ISTQB is saying by creating a difference that hey, if you invite one person from that particular role, like one developer, one tester, one architect, one technical support member to participate in the review, you call it as uh, role-based certificate, a role-based technique. Whereas if you invite multiple people from the same role, that is what you refer to as perspective based. But technically speaking, on a personal note, there is no major difference. They should have removed one, because even in the role based, I can continue to add and say that there are multiple people invited from the same role. So, one slight difference which we can create as per the syllabus content, that role based is inviting one person from one role to review the work, and perspective based is inviting multiple people from the same role. So which means three developer, three testers, three architects, or maybe two technical support staff and all that. So that is the only difference what we can create between these two items, and I hope that makes clear sense to you. If you have any further concerns or confusion, feel free to let me know. Okay, sure, Rahul. We got Siddharth. Siddharth says, "Hello, Neil sir. I have attempting ISTQB acceptance certification exam on this Tuesday." Okay, that's good to know. I don't have any tutorials as of now. Any guidelines or tips from my side? The guidelines and tips, acceptance testing doesn't really have very complicated things, but I would say it's more of like conceptual driven thing. So I please adhere from the perspective of concepts. So there's nothing specific to highlight there, but yeah, everything. Yeah, so was waiting for that. I understand. I because I could not schedule it because of the poll. We generally ask our audience to vote for the next set of tutorials, and which option gets the highest vote, we just go for that. So currently, people did not opt for acceptance testing a lot, so we could not do it. But yeah, probably down the line when there are no options left, we would certainly create our tutorials for that too. But by then you should be already done with your certification, and I'm sure about that. So there's nothing much. All I would suggest you for the acceptance testing is that look forward to have the conceptual understanding of what exactly the whole syllabus is, and there are a lot many other things which you would be finding little tricky. There are a lot of terminologies, there are a lot of definitions and parameters. So please do take care of that, because if things go wrong with the definition and terminologies, uh, that would be only the thing which will pull you back, right? So just be sure with your terminologies and vocabulary on the content, and the concept wise, just be clear about every single concept what is discussed. And I'm pretty much sure that that's not a challenging certification, to be frank. It is very, very straightforward and to the point. So you should be okay with that, right? If it is advanced level, I understand. If you say, for example, test automation engineer or security testing, then I would certainly guide you that things are not so easy, and you need to concentrate on few parameters. But here, it should be pretty okay. Okay, so just have belief on you that you are prepared and you can do it, and things will be all good, right? So all the very best for your certification, and do let me know if there's anything else. Pramod says, "Hello, Neeraj sir. Hope you are doing well." Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking, Pramod. And Rahul says, "Are you doing live every weekend? Is there any specific schedule?" Yes, we do every Saturday between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So look forward to connect, uh, every Saturday. And I would be really, really happy to answer your queries whenever you have them. So on this channel, I come live every Saturday between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. Okay, Siddharth says, "Thank you so much. You're welcome, Siddharth." And so far, we are caught with all the questions. Your tutorials have helped a lot. Yep. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ramo says, "I want to pursue my career in quality testing in abroad. Is ISTQB foundation level enough for pursuing my career in abroad, or any PG degree is required from the foreign universities? If you know, please." Uh, Again, there's nothing specific about the degrees. Let me talk very, very practical here, because a lot of people get confused that is that really necessary to get a qualification degree from that country to, settle down there or start working there. Yes, Indians especially have seen this as an hack, okay, to settle down in abroad, that they just take a student visa, go for education, because after the education or for a master degree, you do get certain time of work permit, and as you start working, none of the organization would look forward to kind of lay you off. So they would look forward to rather continue and continue your work permit and extend it. And once you continue and your permit gets extended, then I think every other organization gives respect or recognition in that sense that yes, this person can stay here and work with us, or you can switch between the organizations also. So point here is that it's just a hack, but it is not necessary. In order to start working abroad, it's very difficult, to be frank, to get directly from India. ISTQB certification would be one key thing for sure, because it is kind of mandatory in abroad. Like even if you talk about European countries, African countries, sorry, not African, American, states, you do have them as mandatory for sure. People will put that as a criteria that if you are certified, then only apply for this job, right? But getting it through from India, having an Indian address on your resume, would be highly, highly impossible. Okay, which I have personally experienced. When I was trying for my abroad, I did try approaching a lot of organizations. In fact, my profile was very qualified, and trust me or not, there were many organizations who reached out to me directly. Like they sent me an email that we have an opening, would you like to join? But for some reason, the profile was not shortlisted. And when I figured it out after a lot many years, that it just happens that if you are in India, they basically do not have visibility to your portfolio and visibility to your presence and a lot many other things. So many people said that if you can fly in here, come to this country, and be having a local address on your resume, then it would make more sense to them, because you can come face to face. In fact, they have a trust factor that you are there, and moreover, they believe that you have traveled almost here. The most important thing is that people generally do not look forward to sponsor expensive visas directly, right? So if you have already got a visa, that would be easy for you to crack a job. And once you do some job for a company, they appreciate your work, then they will sponsor your visa's extension, right? So point is, out of 1,000, one person gets a direct job right from India. So certification is one side, but getting a job and settling down in the broad may need some hacks. So other alternative than doing education there would be to have some references. That's the most important thing. If you have someone in that country who is very, very close and very reliable source, then ask them to recommend you to one of their company, and they can internally go ahead and recommend your profile, and you can get a direct recruitment done through that company, and you can fly abroad. And that's a very easy workable thing, because there you don't have to worry about anything. Of course, you have to go through the formal process of interviews, etc. But when someone from there recommends your profile, then the company takes that accountability that one of my employees is recommending it. Let us respect, right? So trying from a portal, that's not going to work. So two ways to reach there. One is education, of course, and second is recommendation from your someone known. Okay. So I hope, yeah, that gives you the answer. What about Germany instead of USA? Same thing. Same thing. I'm just talking about all the European countries and USA whatsoever. This is how it works. I've tried with Netherlands. I've tried with France. I've tried with lot many countries like that, including Ireland and so many places, UK. So it just works on the same principle. They won't look forward to hire someone directly from India without any references, without any kind of recommendations. So if you really want to settle down there, go ahead and do it. Okay, find out people who are working there, or someone whom you really know, like close friend of yours, and that would do the job. Okay, or travel there and then apply for the job. You would have better responses. Okay, we do have Rahul Goel saying Can we write on paper while giving ISTQB exam, taking exam at home, foundation level? It depends. In IST, like Indian Testing Board (ITB), you do have the provision to use the paper, but you have to show the paper every time you scribble something, and yes, you can do it. But some of the boards do not allow that. So ITB, you can use paper when you're taking it from home. Okay. What about Germany instead of this? Okay, but what might be the reason why they are not believing in Indian interests? Okay, I don't want to talk on that part because there could be any reason. But what I believe on a positive side of it, that a lot of things have been fake for them. Yeah, it may sound negative, but I'm telling it in a positive way. A lot of people have created fake profile, fake experiences, and tried attempting to fly abroad. And after going there, they don't do any work. And due to the policies of the company, which are very, very different than Indian companies, they can't just throw them out of the company at least for a year and so on. And if the person has to stay for 1 year, the company rather believes in training them, investing extra cost and utilizing that resource. So there are some good policies what companies in the abroad have. That's the reason most of the Indians prefer flying to abroad and make good money and good relationship and settling down as well, because they give very good benefits, right? So it's not that easy like India that somebody can just lay you off like that, right? So there it is more strict, and sometimes you write a contract where they don't throw you out just like that. So in that context, they may say that, hey, I don't know whether your profile is valid or not. Who will justify that? So generally they go through some vendor, for example, TCS or Wipro. So they, clients have requirement, on-site requirements, but they will call Wipro, they will call Infosys, they will call TCS, and they will say, hey, can you send me 1,000 resources? Can you send me 200 resources? Right? So this is how people fly abroad from TCS, Wipro, and all, because they have all the clients from outside, but they trust on the word name of the Infosys that you take the headache whether this person is valid or not, do the verifications, etc. And on your payroll, send this guy to my premises. Okay, so this is the reason why they don't directly take people if you even approach them, no matter your profile is good, because for them it is a piece of paper. So they just feel like anything could be right, anything could be wrong, what you mentioned in your resume. So they need a local confirmation, right? Because they don't want to play around with them. Yeah. What about with jobs for foreign country? Yeah, Rahul, I think you also got the answer there. So this pretty much was exactly in the same line. If your question was something different, just let me know again. Okay, you're welcome, Pramod. Okay, work from home jobs from foreign country. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, I got it. I read it again because I understood you cannot just ask the same question. So, what about the work from home jobs for foreign countries? Oh, there are a lot of them. A lot of them. In fact, I'm doing for a lot of countries sitting right here in India, and I have two clients from US, and they directly approach me through LinkedIn. Let me tell you, that works very well. So they don't have to worry about, because they will do a round of interview and they will check your knowledge, and then they don't really have to kind of take that kind of load that you are here. They are spending a lot of money. For example, if you just have to go to US, right? The flight cost is around 5 lakh rupees, and then on top of it there is a visa and so on. So I hope you understand what that means to a company, right? There's expenses, a lot of expenses considered. But working from home, they don't really take any kind of credibility that you have to be here, you have to have a visa. You can just work from sitting wherever you are, and I still get the job done from you, right? So, still, to a certain extent, that would be a better option to start working for a broad company right from here. When you build a trust with them, and they don't mind, trust me, they are more liberal and broader in mindset compared to here, that they look forward to keep a resource with them, and they sponsor your visa immediately to bring you back to your their country or something. So yeah, trust me, this is my personal experience again. People may say that no, they're not good or something, whatever. I've worked with several organizations, and they are very, very liberal in pulling you to their country on all the expenses if they like your work. So get started with work from home, and then you can, be look forward to get to the location itself. Yeah, this is what is happening. They are reducing costs. So point is, sometimes it becomes commitment. See, for example, we people as an Indian, we all have created some good remarks, but at the same time, we have also created some bad remarks as well. We have absconded, we have, you know, without telling, we have left the job, and we have done so many things that people have built that image that Indians are good workers, but sometimes they consider that we are unreliable source of resources, right? So let's not feel bad about it. We should agree the fact. And I'm also an Indian and I'm talking about it. It is built that the people from India sometimes they just skip it, or they don't bother about being serious, or sometimes being not professional. Some people have done it, and I have dealt with such people myself when I flew abroad for some of my trainings. And I was like, hey, why are you insulting the name of the country here by being stupid? So sometimes I can't do beyond that. But when I get little aggressive, I try to deal with that person saying that you're not just spoiling your name here, you are spoiling your country's name. So can you please dress up better and wear some good dress and then come to the office, because these people will think this is how Indians are. So point is, yes, this is where sometimes it becomes a little tricky for them to trust you directly. So sometimes they go to the vendor and tell vendor, you hire him, you take the headache, and I'll just ask you that where is the guy. So in that context, it becomes a challenge. But yeah, of course, working from home, they don't have to spend a lot of money, so they are preferring. Let me tell you, there are a lot of job opportunities from abroad, paying you good money, working from home, completely remote. So start searching them for sure. Pramod says, what about the pay scale for working from home for the foreign clients? Is the pay according to the company standards, or they will pay in terms of India scale? See, the vendor, if it is a vendor between the foreign client and your, parent company, then of course they will talk in Indian currency for sure, and they will try to cut your cost as much as possible, because that's Indian mentality. Okay, about the jobs and about the pay scales, they say we can give you 30% hike. Okay, but 30% hike they will give you because they are getting more than 60% on your name, but they will still try to negotiate with you. It's up to you. If you know your value, you know your portfolio, and you can certainly take that into account in a way that you can say, yes, I'm okay with this money, I'm ready to continue. So it should be good. So yes, you will have certainly some good benefits, but there are some vendors who do not worry about that. Like currently, when I'm working for some of the companies, they just blindly say how much you want, and we are ready to pay. So this is what happens. So they don't ask, because my portfolio is slightly stronger than anyone else. So that would say, like, they say, I'm happy whatever you ask, and we are ready to pay. So even the Indian vendor pays me accordingly what I deserve, and foreign clients also pay me accordingly what I deserve. Okay, as per your own experience, what are the pros and cons working as work from home for foreign country? Okay, number one thing which comes to my mind, which I dealt with, is the timings. Okay, you have to shift your timings according to them, because as you will be working for them, then there is no Indian company where you work on Indian hours and so on. So you will have to completely work on their time zone, and that depends which country is the company based out of. If it is Australia, it will be early mornings. UK, late afternoons, and if it is US, late evenings, right? So I even worked for some time, like 6 months, for a US company, and I started my day at 6 p.m. and finished my day around 3:30 or 4 in the morning, which literally felt for a moment like I'm working in a call center. But I was doing a project management job there. So it was one of the con I would see, like if you are not so used to the turnaround of your time scale, and not everyone can really manage that, then that's one of the negative part of it. Pros, yeah, you can tackle two things if you can really manage your work. then daytime is completely utilizable by you for any other work. And if you are really strong enough, mentally prepared, psychologically ready, then you can even have two works done. One, daytime, you utilize your time for your any kind of other passive incomes. And for example, I do in the daytime, I do recordings or corporate sessions, and nighttime, I finish that project management job. This is how I used to manage it. But down the line, when I become too occupied, I had to quit the night job because I could not sleep. 4 o'clock I was sleeping and 7 o'clock I was waking up, which is not good for your health. So I stopped doing that immediately and then only concentrated on the daytime, then slept in the night for sure. So, yes, that would be another challenge, of course. Pros, you would have very good saving, of course, because you will be having good money being sent to you in the terms of salary, and you will be working with different clients, different people from a different country. You will get to learn a very lot of things, to be frank, because their behavior, the way they work with things are totally different, which will bring a lot of renovation in you, right? You will start thinking according to them. You'll start behaving more professional, more mature, rather than being just a typical Indian, right? So those things I consider as a benefit. This is where I improved my communication. This is where I improved my presentation skill. This is where I understood how to help even different country people understand the concepts being from India, right? That has brought a lot of things together for me. So I see them as benefit. And work from home, of course, you don't really have to get up from your seat, and you can dedicate your complete time to them, being having 100% presence, 100% attendance, right? And working at your comfort. Work from home, other properties are very common, that you don't really have to get ready in the morning and go through the traffic and reach office and all that. So yeah, that's another benefit, that you can just start your session at your own comfort, however you want. Yeah, crons will be another, that you will miss your office culture and all that. If it is okay, then fine. It depends on you totally. That do you really love being in a cubicle, talking to friends and all that? If you like that too much, then it might be a negative thing. But if you don't worry about that a lot, then it's also a positive thing. Okay, so yeah, I think we had a good conversation over a job and the working with foreign countries. So yes, team, go ahead. If you got anything more, I would be happy to respond there. And we got another one from Siddharth. Siddharth says, one more doubt to ask. Will the ISTQB acceptance testing book available on their website will be enough to clear the exam? Yeah, that's more than enough. Trust me. If you have been through the PDF syllabus, then that's all okay. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. If you have been through the PDF, that entirely covers what the examination will look forward to, and that would cater all your needs by any means. So yes, that is enough, Siddharth. You don't really need, and one sample paper for sure. I want you to go through the sample papers to get some insights about how they define the questions, how they ask you the questions, and try to get to see whether you are able to get right or not. So one mock paper is also available, and that you should go through. Okay. Yes, Rahul. Yeah, sure. You don't have to ask. You can. This live session is all about asking your questions, Q&A. So go ahead, Rahul. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. And meanwhile, we hear from Rahul. I don't know if you people know about it. I got a very new channel where I am living work-life balance, because I was pretty busy with my work and I didn't want it to be just busy with the work. So I thought I'll do some work-life balance. And on the same note, it reminds me, because we were just talking about the similar thing, that how exactly we are trying to manage our work from home, etc. So I recently decided to spend my some fixed time towards my happiness, and I take some time out to make sure that I enjoy my life also while I work. And that's where I just started a new channel, and I would like to share with all of you, where I'm doing kind of rides and traveling different places, because I love riding. And I've just started this new channel called as Raj's Odyssey. And here we are just not doing moto vlogging or something. We are also looking forward to explore places nearby and help people to enjoy their weekend getaways or spend a day out with the family so that they know the uncovered. And I'm especially exploring underrated places which are really beautiful, but people don't know that such places exist, right? So I would suggest, if you really need some kind of breakouts and places to visit in and around. Right now, I'm doing it in Bangalore. So if anyone here is in Bangalore, please feel free to explore some places here. And of course, you can follow me for anything more exciting journeys. Okay, so yeah, there are a lot of things which I keep thinking about. See, there are ways by which you can relax. To be frank, I wanted to buy a PlayStation to play games when I am free to relax my mind, because working 18 hours a day sometimes becomes very stressed, very stressed. So you need something to relax yourself. And not everything is about walking, going for jogging, going for gym, etc., watching movies. Because whole day you will be on laptop, and again watching movies on a cell phone like OTT platforms like Amazon Prime and Netflix. Oh, I think that's too much. So what I thought I'll play games on a bigger screen and all, and then I started searching for PlayStation 5, and then I realized the Sony itself was not aware that there is demand of PlayStation 5 to a huge number, and the PlayStation 5 was unavailable. So I waited for almost like 3 to 4 months to get PS5, but I could not find any. You won't believe, I went to Malaysia, Singapore to get a copy, but I did not get any single piece anywhere in the world because Sony did not produce it at all. And they always create minimum fixed quantity. They don't create more than that. So point is, there are no stocks available. So in that context, I did not buy a PlayStation. Then I thought, what should I do next? Then I said, let's step out, instead of being in four walls. And that's where I started, looking forward to ride, explore places, and uncover the areas which are underrated or hidden places in and around city. And that's what this channel is all about. So you'll have a lot of fun watching the videos as well if you wish to. And the second thing is, of course, inspiring all of you. Don't forget that you will earn a lot of money. You may work for a lot of organization, but at the end of the day, the internal peace, the happiness will only come with what you love doing. Okay, work is not what you love doing. Work is your bread and butter, which you studied for. But happiness is about your passion. Passion gives you happiness and relax and peace of mind. So you all have that one thing which makes you happy. Could be about watching memes, could be about going places, could be about watching movies, painting, dancing. So just pick that up, and trust me, you should have a work life balance. You will be more relaxed and more stress free. If you don't have work life balance, you'll be working always, right? And you may not have that peace what you really need to keep up yourself and keep upgrading yourself and do better in life. So take that for the granted, because right here many people would not be having that work life balance. Please take some time out for yourself, because you will earn a lot of money, you will work for a lot of companies, but you will never have that time for yourself. So please take some time out for yourself to keep yourself motivated and keep yourself happy. That's very, very important. Okay, so Rahul, I was waiting for your question. I didn't hear back from you. Where is your question? Okay, meanwhile, if anyone else has any other questions, we are really, really happy to assist you. Feel free to drop them here. And more importantly, again, a common announcement that we connect every Saturday, 7 to 8 p.m., to assist you with your queries regarding testing, ISTQB certifications. So feel free to be a part of this live session where we Without any expectation, look forward to assist you and respond to your queries and give you the best knowledge possible. Was that showing up or was that showing 1 minute? Okay, we have Jay Prakash. Meanwhile, hi sir, I'm done with advanced level test manager. What should I study next? Oh, that's really good. Good to hear that you're already done. Uh, right, the advanced level test manager. I think even I'm waiting like you for my expert level certifications. So the next will only be the expert level certification for you. So you can just look forward to that. Because after test manager, if you're done with this, you don't really have anything specific to do in the specialist side. But yeah, if you really want to add more value to your portfolio, alternatively, before you go for expert, you can even look on the specialist side, like talk about automotive, you can talk about gambling, you can talk about AI tester. So these would really make your test manager portfolio more stronger, that you can consult with different technologies, different concepts about the world of technology. So in that context, it will be will be helpful. So one thing is that, and second option is that you can look forward to prepare for your expert level. Okay, Rahul says, after your channel link, I have posted my question. No, Rahul, I don't see. It probably is held because of dot and space. Can you just repost that? I don't see your question after my link. That's the reason I asked you, what do you mean by that? There was no question. Okay, Indian. Sorry, I don't see your name there. I see Indian. ISTQB certification is easy to pass? Of course, yes, it is easy to pass, subjected you have the knowledge of testing. Yes, a very, very, very diplomatic answer. Yes, of course. It is easy, subjected you know what exactly they are looking forward from you. If you have so good learning and understanding of the fundamental concepts of testing, it is not at all difficult. Okay, but if in case you think that I have been working in testing for 3 to 4 years and I don't need to go through any tutorials or any syllabus, then trust me, this is going to be very tricky, right? So by just going through some of the understanding, going through the syllabus, it would certainly be very easy to pass, given that you are clear with all the concepts. Okay. So yes, it's going to be super easy, not at all difficult, given that you have the context. Tahir says one doubt. If someone wants to pursue career in cybersecurity, then can ISTQB security testing would be helpful in some way? Uh, yes, of course. Why not? Security is a domain, Tahir. So if people have knowledge of the fundamental domain, then it is always a best practice for you to get started from there, right? And every organization understands that people should have the domain knowledge or have the fundamental knowledge clear to work on a second part of it or second level of it. So it's really necessary that if you are going through the security testing part, it will cover a lot of fundamental concept for you regarding security, and that would help you to step into the next level of it, which is cybersecurity, right? Though it will not be all about you know testing it, but through testing concepts you also know how to secure it, right? So in that context, yes, it is going to add value for sure. Okay, if you have anything else, just let me know. Jayaprakash says, I mean ISTQB Advanced Level Test Analyst Exam, Advanced Level Technical Test Analyst Exam, Security Tester, which one I have to go for? Okay, if you are already test manager certified, you don't really need test analyst and all. But if you want, you can take them as complementary. Because see, there are two things to be frank. Uh, these three levels are totally different. When you have test analyst, technical test analyst, and test manager. Test manager is all from the management point of view for the test process. Test analyst is a functional lead, which talks end to end about functionality. And third is technical test analyst, which talks about the non functional level. So, in that context, I didn't know that you have been through this. So this is what I was saying, that if in case you're done with the test manager, you know exactly how to manage the process. But to be more critical on the technical side of it, you can look forward to get test analyst and technical test analyst also. But let me suggest you here that if you are from functional side, then test analyst is recommended. If you are from non-functional side, then non-functional means performance, reliability, security, and all that. So you can do technical test analyst. But if you really want to be a master of everything, being a test manager, then take up both. Okay, then nobody can just say that okay, this guy doesn't know anything. So yes, you can take that as an alternative for sure. And advanced level security, yeah. So I recommended you, right? You can talk about specialization, which will increase a lot of value for you to get started into a domain specific role. So yes, it will help you for sure. Okay, Noob Gamer says, hi, yes, sir. How many ISTQ certifications have you done? I have done how many? I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh, Not all the certificates are here because that wall will get full. So I got foundation, I got agile, both the certifications. I got 3 advanced level. I got specialist, performance, mobile, and automotive, and automation. So 5. So 6 plus 5, around 12 certifications I have from ISTQB. Oh, thank you so much for asking that. I think this is the first time I'm being asked how many certifications I have done. So I have around 12 certifications. Again, to be precise, I have not seen all the certifications yet. But from ISTQB, I have done all 12. All 12 means there are many other I have to do. For example, AI tester, I have to do. I've already delivered few sessions on this, but I've not taken the examination yet. So I have to go and take up the examination. But yeah, people passed after doing the training. 100% people passed there. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Rahul says, can you put automation testing in debugging? If yes, then why? Automation testing in debugging. No, it's other way around. Automation testing has debugging. See, debugging is something as a process which helps you to find out the anomalies and fix that, right? Debugging is a process of finding the problem when failure happens and fixing that. Now, developers generally do that when you report them a bug. And when your automation scripts fail, then you also do the same process as an automation tester. And yes, you can call it as debugging. So yes, debugging can be done by a developer for their code and by a tester for their automation script. I hope that is what you wanted to know. Let me know if you had anything else. Okay, Rhea says, I have been preparing for ISTQB for 1 year and still I'm afraid of taking exam. I don't feel confidence. That's a long time, 1 year. I'm surprised that 1 year, what were you doing in terms of preparation? The syllabus can be finished in 30 days or 40 days of time. I think what I would suggest you here, Rhea, that you don't really need to be worried about. At some point of time, you need to believe in yourself that yes, it is possible, and there's nothing bigger than you. Because 1 year is a long time, and I don't see there is a point that why you were waiting for an year to feel confident about it. Let me tell you something. It's more like getting started with a work. As you graduate, you want to start working for an organization. You may always be a little nervous after your interviews as well, that what I have to do basically in company. What should I basically do when I go and start my day on the day one? And in fact, many people have this, including me. I was not sure what exactly to do on the day one of my job when I started after graduation. But few days I got adapted. I was sitting next to one of the people. They were doing something, and I was like, okay, I see what you're doing, but what does it mean? What exactly the project is, what exactly the product is, what exactly the process is, what is this manager doing? What's the difference between a manager and a developer? Because he's also writing code, he's also writing code. So I was totally puzzled. But as I gave some time, I got a lot of things understood, a lot of things clear, and then I had to take that step that okay, let me start doing it. right? For at least for 15 to 20 days, I was just shadowing and thinking that let me shadow for some more time, let me shadow for some more time. But 21st day, I decided that let me take up some challenges, right? Because shadowing doesn't have an end. Shadowing doesn't have an end. You can continue shadowing for lifetime, but you have to decide that okay, we are done what we were supposed to do, and it's high time. Let's go and take it up. At least attempt, right? You never know that you might be just feeling scared of it, but you are never scared until unless you take that challenge, right? So there will be no end to this, to be frank. Very, very straightforward. Sorry if you feel bad. There will be no end to preparation. If you continue feeling that things are, going to be under confidence or things are not so sure about me and all that, don't feel that. Do not feel. At least go attempt, fail. I don't care. Okay? Go and fail. But at least it will tell you that you have a challenge to finish. You have a challenge to work upon that, oh, come on, I was scared, but I failed actually. Then you will have more confidence that, okay, let me go and practice this. But unfortunately, if you pass, then you were simply waiting and wasting your time. Yes, I said unfortunately, because as per you, fortunate is waiting for the right time to write the exam. Okay? And passing is unfortunate. So please don't do that. Trust me. If you have spent a lot of time like this much, like 1 year, it's really high time. And trust on yourself. If you have been through the content, you can answer the questions, what you have in the mock papers. Please go for it. Okay? Please go for it. But yeah, see, what is not confident? When you pick up some questions and you get them wrong. All you have to do is go and prepare again, right? What's about being not confident? So just hit the topic again. Hey, why could not I answer this question correctly? And just rework on that and hit the same type of paper again. And this time you should be right. Let me help you. I'm dropping some links for you. Go and try these mock papers and check yourself whether you are confident or not. And there's nothing to feel low about it. You don't have to be scared of an examination at all. Examinations are for us. We are not for examination. This is my personal quote, okay? Examinations are for us. We are not for examination. So they should be scared of us that this guy can crack us anytime. Why are you worried about it? You don't have to be scared at all, Rhea. Okay? I hope that works, helps you to boost your confidence. If not, you have my LinkedIn ID in the chat, sorry, in the description. Go ahead, get connected. We can talk. Okay? Look forward to help you. Noob says, oh my God, okay, good. Meenakshi says, hello, sir. I'm not from technical background and trying to change domain. Will foundation level qualifying exam be sufficient to grab a job in the field? Certainly, yes. Okay. Certifications are given respect these days, especially ISTQB, because ISTQB is not an open book test, and moreover, it's not a tool certification, which has no credibility. It is a certificate of profession, which you can see right behind my screen there. If you could read very closely, certificate of profession, and this is right from ISTQB. What do you mean by certificate of profession? I don't think any body except your university has this authority to give you. Okay. Certificate of profession means you can go and practice testing. It's not certificate of achievement. It's not certificate of participation. It's not certificate of anything. It is certificate of profession. You are getting qualified to become a tester. So I think that justifies what you had your question here. So if you are from non-technical background, knowledge will be very important than the certification, let me tell you. But yes, adding certification will be always a plus for your portfolio to bring up your profile to get better opportunities, right? But don't ignore the knowledge. It is very important because you come from a tech background where you don't know about technology much. So please explore that, learn about it. I have a playlist on my channel called a Software Testing Bootcamp, where I've discussed all the fundamentals what a new tester really needs to know. Software Testing Bootcamp playlist, and you'll have all that what you really need to learn. Okay, a lot of questions piled up. Tran says, hi sir, what have you been? I've been human. I think you meant how have you been? Yeah, I've been fine. Thank you for asking, Tran. I hope you're doing well as well. Rahul says, got it. Thanks a lot. More questions will be next weekend. We'll wait for that, Rahul. Thank you so much for asking your questions and participating in here. Random Toast says, hello. In your opinion, which of the advanced certification is the toughest? Which one would you say gave you the most trouble studying for? Okay, that's very interesting thing. If I say what was most complicated, of course, the complicated are one which you have never tried before, or you have never done anything about it before, right? So, to be frank, when I was taking automotive tester initially, when I didn't have any knowledge about it, but given that I have delivered few ISTQB sessions to automotive industry almost for an year, like every month two session for them, I learned few fundamental concepts about it. But still I could not relate things. I do not really understand how does an automotive work, what exactly is automobiles and what are these standards, what exactly does that make sense. So later, as I was starting, to prepare for the examination, I took help of one of my friend who was working in the same company like Continental, and he guided me well with understanding of what are these standards, what are these principles of automotive, and keywords, etc., and all that, like ISO 26262, what is MISRA-C, what is A-Spice, what is AC level. There are a lot of things like that. So he explained me all that, and that became very comfortable for me then. So point here is things are generally complicated when you don't know about them. But given that you know about, you have done something about it, you have performed those activities practically, then nothing is challenging, right? So I think I would have really a different answer than what you expected here. I know you were expecting some certification name for sure, but let me tell you, I did not find any of them very complicated. Yeah, preparation was complicated slightly when it came to automotive, but I tried trying to understand the things before I could do that, and it went well. Only except ISTQB Foundation, I never failed in my examinations. Okay. Only for the ISTQB Foundation, I failed on my first attempt, and then I took the second attempt and I passed. Why? Let me tell you that also, as we are talking about it. The reason was I thought syllabus is nothing. I've been working in industry for 5 years, so I know everything about testing and I can just go and write the examination. And literally, I failed. And that time, there were no tutorials, right? I'm talking about back then in 2012 and 2013, and there were no tutorials, no YouTube videos, and etc. YouTube was only for songs and T series. And then I kind of like went through the PDF, just learned the PDF, no explanation, no diagrams in that PDF, very well. And then I understood that okay, my terminologies are different from what ISTQB says. Then I aligned myself and passed. And after that, I started going through the PDFs than utilizing my brain. So that's the point. I hope that answers your question, random toast. Bharti says where I can get mock test papers for our test automation engineer certification. For all the advanced levels, we only have one mock paper available online, and good to justify you that there are no dumps shared by ISTQB. So even for foundation, people are creating fake questions. There are no dumps shared by ISTQB. Okay. So there's only one mock paper, and you have to just manage with that because certifications of ISTQB are concept based, not dump based. Okay. So they are not tools where the version will remain the same or the tool does not change quite often. That's why you have dumps there. This is theoretical, this is concept based. So you don't have dumps for ISTQB. So you'll have only one paper, Bharti, and that is all you have to get an idea that how the examination will be. And after that, it's all your knowledge. Okay. Okay, Rhea, Minakshi, Shivam. Shivam says, hi, sir. How many days it takes to get the certificate? I have passed the foundation level exam in December 2022. Hey, it's already high time. You should get it in 4 weeks of time. Please write to ITB that where is my certification, and they will send it to you. Okay? I hope you should have already written to them, but it should take 4 to 5 weeks of time to get your certificate. Please write to them or call them and ask them with your registration number. Yep. Tran says, yeah, in these days I'm trying to get the eighth certificate, Agile Technical Tester, still learning from slides, still used for my second certification until now. Good. Nice to hear that, Tran. Hey, this is another person who's coming up with a lot of certifications. Okay, be careful with this guy. He's gonna go with the eighth certification now. Okay, Anish is here after a long time. If you want to recommend a necessary programming language to learn for software testing, what is your recommendation? Python. Okay, Python. So Python is helpful in many ways, Anish, not just from the perspective of testing, but also from AI perspective and lot many other things, machine learnings and all. So it would really, really be helpful. The lost tone just passed. Hey, there's a hot news coming live from the kitchen right away here. He says, just passed my foundation today. Thank you. Congratulations, whatever your name is. I know that's not your name. So, congratulations on the success. And thank you so much for taking some time out, letting us know about your results. It really feels happy to hear such results because every day I get at least 10, 15 comments that I have passed the examination, I've passed the examination. But it is really good to hear them live during this session. And we look forward to hear from you. And of course, we feel happy about it because what we put efforts, has it resulted well or not when you come back and tell us whether you succeeded with the examination or not. So thank you so much for taking some time out and letting us know here. And we really wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. Team, do not forget to drop a thumbs up if you're really, really happy with this live session. We would like to have your recommendation and support to let YouTube know that there is a live session happening, which is really awesome. Okay. Trans is also one tip for freshman guys that don't pay for these exam dumps questions on the internet. It's gonna waste your money and time. I think totally in line. So now team has got very well. Please don't do that. In fact, I would suggest you the same thing. So that's what it is. There are no dumps for ISTQB and they are utter waste. Like least they are out of syllabus, incomplete questions, and trust me, they are available for free. So don't waste money on any kind of dumps. Nobody has dumps. When ISTQB did not release, then how can you have dumps? That's the question. Anyways, I didn't see the time. I was so excited to answer the questions, but as I saw it, it's already time up. So thank you so much for being here. And I think I've answered anyways all the questions. You guys are devil. Getting lots of certifications. Thank you so much for that comment. And yes, thank you so much for being here. This live session is incomplete without your participation, team. If you don't participate, even I have some refreshers being with you. I look forward to listen a lot of comments from you. I look forward to listen your best wishes and of course share my knowledge beyond the videos through this live session. I would appreciate if you look forward to join every weekend, every Saturday, at least to have some fun. And I'm going to call this live session a little more different probably after a few days, that just have fun session, right? And we can talk anything other than testing also, and let's enjoy that moment being together. So thank you for making this 1 hour really, really enjoyable because I alone cannot make wonders. I need your support for sure and your participation. So thank you so much, every individual here, for being a part of this live session and making it successful. And we look forward to have you in our future live sessions as well. So as usual, that's all from this particular live session, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for being a part of this live session, team, and happy learning. Take care, stay safe. See you next time.